Please watch for the cars as they approach. They will be onto the shoulder.
Class is formed and ready for graduation.
Carry on. Ladies and gentlemen, officers and distinguished guests, I am Mark Teagard, Commander of the Training Division, and I will be the MC for today's event. It is my honor and privilege to welcome all of you to the graduation ceremony for the 114th Trooper Basic Training Class. Today, we are here to celebrate the hard work, dedication, and commitment to public service of the graduates you see before you. All professional law enforcement begins with quality training. This training connects outstanding civilian candidates with the exemplary practices of law enforcement and the proud traditions of the Washington State Patrol. Today's event is a result of approximately 31 weeks of formal classroom instruction, practical training, assessment exercises, and intensive field training. As a result of this training, 28 outstanding recruits are ready to serve the citizens of the great state of Washington. At this time, the cadet special guest will be exiting their vehicle to pin the badge on the chest of the cadet. Badges have a proud history in law enforcement. They represent identity and association. The badge represents the authority of our troopers as part of the Washington State Patrol. We are a highly respected agency by the public, and our badge holds important meaning of our commitment to serve and protect the citizens of the state of Washington. You can bend it, you can break it, you can bleed on it, but you will not tarnish it. I now invite Chief Justice Gonzalez to swear in the officers of the 114th class.
Raise your hand, please. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the United States of America and the state of Washington, and that I will serve them honestly and faithfully, and that I will obey the orders of the Governor of the state of Washington and the officers appointed over me according to the law and the rules and regulations of the State Patrol, and that I will uphold the constitutions of the United States and the state of Washington. Congratulations.
And now it is my honor and privilege to reintroduce the Chief of the Washington State Patrol, Chief John Batiste.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. So my job today is to simply do two things. I want to welcome the family. I want to thank you. Thank you as the 114th for the journey you've made. So my remarks will focus on congratulations and thank you. Congratulations are in order to you. You've done an amazing job. You decided to stand up and keep going when your bodies and your mind perhaps told you to not do so. You completed a training process that was designed to test and push you beyond your comfort zones, and you withstood it. You've had to juggle the many parts of your life during this intense training. You've had the obligations to your family and communities. Life didn't stop because you decided that you wanted to become a Washington State Patrol trooper. And that's the words, thank you, to me doesn't mean enough. Thank you for making that wonderful decision to serve the people of this great state. Thank you for recognizing that in this unique time that we're all in, that people of character, consequences matter and are needed. So thank you for being that needed group that stood up for this cause. In a time when the world is demanding change, I thank you for having the courage to accept that challenge and be a part of that change. Thank you for the success you've had getting here to this point. It means a lot to all of us. In particular, I speak on behalf of 7 million folks. Thank you from the bottom of my heart on their behalf for your willingness to come out and serve and protect them. To the family and others who are here that have supported these new troopers, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I congratulate you as well. Thank you for supporting these brave men and women through this challenging time and this grueling process. To the troopers, don't ever forget the people who helped get you here. That's your spouses, your family, and your loved ones, your trainers who've given their all in sharing their experience with you. Now it's time for you to reach back and give back. And I ask that you do everything that you can to make sure this agency's motto of service with humility always stands proud. From here forward, whatever happens, we'll go through it together. So members of the 114th, thank you for all that you've done. Most importantly, thank you for all that you will do. What an honor it is for me to serve alongside you. I look forward to seeing you out in the field. May God bless you, strengthen you, and forever keep you. Thank you very much. Now it's my privilege and honor to introduce my boss, the governor of the great state of Washington, Governor Jay Inslee.
Good afternoon. This is a joyous day in the state of Washington. We are reopening our state up after a year and a half of COVID, and we're honoring one of the best classes, the 114th, in the history of the state of Washington. The excellence of this class, the determination of this class throughout this COVID year has given us great hopes for the next several decades on the roads and highways of the state of Washington. And I have to tell you, one of the most impressive things I've ever seen are those 28 state patrol cars coming down this road with their lights flashing. That is the worst nightmare for drunk drivers in the state of Washington. I wish they could all see it. And we know that you're going to be out there saving lives every single day. I want to tell you why I admire troopers and their families so much. It's because people who have made a conscious decision to be in the business of saving lives, Washingtonians' lives. Now, I got some bad news for the families and the friends of this new class. None of them are going to get to be billionaires serving as a Washington State Trooper. But every single night when they come home, or early in the morning, they will be able to look at themselves and realize they might have saved a life or several lives that day. There is no more honorable pursuit, and there are no more honorable and successful lifesavers in the state of Washington, more so than the troopers of the state of Washington. And I want to tell you how proud I am of you as your governor. And I think I speak for 7 million Washingtonians who understand the proud, consistent traditions of this organization. You know, a lot of corporations have logos and they have mottos. They're kind of advertising slogans. Service with humility is not an advertising slogan for the Washington State Patrol. It is a culture and a discipline. Now, the one thing I'll ask you to do is to follow Trooper Randy Hollinger's career, who's moving on to another career, I'm told, today or tomorrow. I just looked over there, and he had this young, about, 10-month-old in his arms. He was recruiting a trooper over there today. And I hope that you will follow his footsteps and continue to be great recruiters. Congratulations. Have a great career. We love you. Take care.
Travis Hollinger, D2 Bellevue. Christopher Hansen, D7 Marysville. Timothy Wales, D2 Bellevue. Christopher Griggs, D7 Marysville. Andrew Simmons, D1 Tacoma. Nicola Kerwald, D1 Tacoma. Jennifer Gustafson, D2 Bellevue. Logan Wood, D2 Bellevue. Vern Sanderson, D8 Forks. Eric Luckner, D7 Marysville. Elijah Eilers, D2 Bellevue. Chase Burrows, D1 Tacoma. Wyatt Pearson, D2 Bellevue. Adam Thomas, D2 Bellevue. Dustin Myloff, D1 Tacoma. Henry Jacobson, D2 Bellevue. Christopher Connolly, D7 Monroe. Clint Bryant, D7 Marysville. Simon Hovinghoff, D8 Port Townsend. Thurman Suddeth, D2 Bellevue. Pedro Martos III, D1 Tacoma. Stephen Grady, D2 Bellevue. Kyle Castle, D1 Tacoma. Brendan Kelly, D6 The Basin. And if you don't know where the basin is on the map, it's basically Moses Lake. Travis Brody, D1 Tacoma. Edgardo Martin, D2 Bellevue. Joshua Jamaica, D7 Marysville. Noah Carney, D8 Shelton. The first award we'll be presenting today will be the Core Values Award. We know our core values are built upon those that our parents, family members, role models, and friends have instilled in us. These troopers would not be here without you. So parents, family, role models, friends, thank you. This award is presented to the trooper cadet who most exemplifies the Washington State Patrol's core values. The Core Values Award is sponsored by the Washington State Patrol Memorial Foundation to honor the most recent State Patrol fallen officer who gave his life in service to the citizens of the state. The recipient of this award is determined by an anonymous vote of his or her classmates. In addition to the award presented today, the Memorial Foundation will host the recipient and a guest at the 2022 Memorial Foundation Dinner. Trooper Justin R. Schaefer died in the line of duty on March 24, 2020. The award will now be presented in his memory. This year, the Core Values Award for the 114th Trooper Basic Training Class is awarded to Trooper Travis Hullinger. Presenting the award today is Mrs. Sandra Schaefer, escorted by Mrs. Megan King, manager of the Washington State Patrol Memorial Foundation. We will now be presenting awards to those members of the class who stood out amongst their peers in different training disciplines. Top in collision investigation, Trooper Christopher Hansen. Top firearms, Trooper Timothy Wales. Top driving, Trooper Christopher Griggs. Top physical fitness, Trooper Andrew Simmons. Top academic, Trooper Nicola Kerwald. Nicola was also our top communications. Top control tactics, Trooper Travis Hullinger. Travis was also selected as the top overall cadet for the class. We will now hear remarks on behalf of the 114th Trooper Basic Training Class by Trooper Wyatt Pearson.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm grateful for the opportunity to address all of you today. In all the interactions I had with law enforcement growing up, mostly from being pulled over, this is actually the most nervous I've ever been around a bunch of cops. Actually, the first time I was ever pulled over and given a ticket was from a state trooper. I can tell you this, that was not the exact moment in my life I decided to pursue this career. At least it was an Idaho state trooper and not a Washington one. Outside of just this graduation, there are a couple of things I want to touch on. As many of you know, 2021 marks the 100th year of the Washington State Patrol. And it's also Captain Teagard's final day on the job before he retires. Who would have thought he'd have been here at the Academy for all 100 years? In all seriousness, we are grateful for his leadership and guidance over the course of our training. Our class gift to the Academy is in the gym right now. If you haven't already done so, I would encourage you to go look at it. It's a 5x7 aluminum sheet with a Centennial badge engraved on it, and it will hang on the wall for years to come. In June of 1921, the legislature authorized the creation of a highway patrol. The first 16 officers were sworn in on September 1st of that year, after a 3-day training class. 3 days. Our first 3 days consisted of getting yelled at and being told to do exercises in a hole in the ground. On a more serious note, I don't know for sure, but I am guessing that even though the training of those original officers was only 3 days, that they were very likely individuals of high character. What I do know without a doubt is there's no question about the character of the graduates that are here in front of me today. Through 6 months of rigorous training, we have all grown stronger physically, mentally, and emotionally, and I would trust any of these graduates in this class to back me up if I ever needed help. We were able to make it to this point thanks to a number of different people. Our instructors gave us some of the best training in the nation. There was firearms, control tactics, driving, collision investigation, first aid, and so much more. Even when Corporal Lewis told us we had the worst passing rate on the daytime emergency course out of any class he had ever taught, did we give up? No. We went back to work and everyone eventually passed. even Trooper Seth. I don't regret any part of the training, even when I couldn't see clearly out of my left eye for 3 weeks after getting pepper sprayed. None of this would have been possible without the sacrifices of our families, allowing us to be away from home for a long period of time and supporting us in the process. We are appreciative to everyone who is here today, continuing to give that support. As we're all aware, it is an interesting time to enter into law enforcement. The job is under a lot of scrutiny from those on the outside looking in. I think now more than ever, we need quality people supported by those who love them in this profession. So thank you to all the friends and family who are here. Your support is invaluable and a necessary part for us to be successful in this job. To the 114th, it was my pleasure to go through this academy experience with you. I'm sure our paths will continue to cross. However, everyone make sure to say goodbye to Sanderson as he was assigned to Forks, so we may never see him again. Lastly, work hard, be safe, and continue to serve the state and its citizens with humility. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to present to you the newest members of the Washington State Patrol family, the troopers of the 114th Trooper Basic Training Class. That concludes our graduation ceremony. I thank all of you for coming out and joining us. Corporal Baffa, please dismiss the troopers.
Class, attention. What do you say? We can do it. What? Anything. Why?